This video was originally broadcast live on Twitch during Decaf Jedi's first year as a streamer. Expect janky video, questionable audio, and the usual poor gameplay. Enjoy!
Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is the second episode of a West Virginian's walking tour of Fallout 76. And today, as a Halloween treat, I kind of scheduled this randomly in the morning at the last minute. We're going to be visiting the Pumpkin House, a landmark point of interest here in Fallout 76, like many locations in Fallout 76, based on a real-life West Virginia landmark, the Kenova Pumpkin House. So, with Halloween spirit in mind, let's go ahead and start it up, and we will go on a little walking tour. We're actually going to start out at my camp, which is centrally located in the Fallout 76 version of West Virginia, and then walk our way there just to see the sights. If you've never played Fallout 76, one of the fun little things about it is it takes photos you take in the game's photo mode and uses them as loading screens. So this is one of my characters, a grizzled old granny that roams the wastelands of West Virginia. This should be fun. I've visited the Pumpkin House in real life several times. I didn't get to go this year. I'm assuming they're doing it in spite of pandemic conditions. It's mostly a drive-by tour, walk-by tour. But I've been a few times. It's really a sight to behold, and I was really excited when I first discovered that they include it in Fallout 76. One of the things I love most about Fallout 76 is seeing all of these sorts of real-life West Virginia landmarks pop up in the game, and the Pumpkin House is certainly no exception. And we'll just load in here. Straight to my camp, hopefully. Alright, the game did not crash. It's always a good sign with Fallout 76. We will see my camp slowly pop into existence here in front of us as it loads in the textures. In Fallout 76, like Fallout 4, you build camps. This is where you can do a lot of your crafting, come back to sleep. One of the things I particularly like about Fallout 76 is that it added these player vending machines. So stuff that I find out in the wastelands, I can put into these vending machines, and then other players can come visit, can come purchase my wares. So there's a little in-game economy running with players. Like right now at this machine, I'm selling all kinds of plans for various armor pieces, for various decorations for local areas, jetpacks. Because I'm a nerd, I like to end all of my prices in 76 because it's Fallout 76. Yeah, Fallout 76 loading up camps is always a joy to behold. So where we're going and where we are, we're here at the White Spring Resort. We're going to work our way up here to the Pumpkin House. So that is the route we'll be traveling on today. So let's get started. Who knows, we might run into some trouble along the way. Oh, I should probably mention. Also, I am, pop into photo mode here, prepared for a Halloween stream. I'm wearing a spooky skeleton costume. So what more could you want than that? Is there a way to visit your camp? In order to get on the same server that my camp would be on, I think it would require friending and then logging into the same world at the same time, I believe. I've honestly, and this is bad since Fallout 76 is a multiplayer game, I've never played it with anyone else, so I'm not exactly sure how some of those elements work, but it is doable, but I don't think there's a way to do it when I'm offline or if you're on a different server than I would be. But at least right now in the game, you can fast travel to people's camps. Once they added the vending machines, they made it much easier to do fast traveling around, so at least you can go visit what other people have built. This is the White Spring Resort. It's based on the real-life Greenbrier Resort here in West Virginia. The Greenbrier is really a sight to behold. It's a massive luxury resort in sort of the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. A number of presidents have stayed there through the years. It originally came into being because of what people believed were some curative sulfur springs from the area. And actually you can drink from this little water fountain here in the spring house, and it will remove any diseases that your character has. It's a fun little Easter egg pointing toward the Greenbrier's origins. The real Greenbrier is, yeah, I agree, it works really well as a single player, and I've barely done the multiplayer parts. The real Greenbrier is not overrun with zombies, but the level of detail that they put into recreating it here is really staggering. Like, I've stayed at the Greenbrier a few times for various conferences and things. Literally, they modeled every piece of furniture, like their end tables and lamps that they've just modeled exactly. I don't know what level of photo reference they must have used, but it's almost eerie. The floor plan, the furniture, the wallpaper, everything is almost an exact duplicate. And hey, there's the Grafton Monster. Hey, Grafton Monster. Please don't kill me. All right. So we just took out one of the game's cryptids, a Grafton Monster, based on a West Virginia legend from the town of Grafton. I should note, though, as I noted in my last stream, while West Virginia has a number of mythical cryptids, the Grafton Monster, the Flatwoods Monster, the only real cryptid that actually exists in West Virginia is the Mothman. All of the others are completely fictional. Mothman, however, 100% real. Yeah, you know, I agree. For all the flack that Fallout 76 got, the world is really nicely realized. It's, especially if you're, the snallygaster, especially if you're from West Virginia, there are just so many sights to see here that are familiar. Alright, I managed to injure myself. We'll take a quick stim pack here. This is fun. No walking tour of Fallout 76 would be complete without some scary creatures jumping out of nowhere to attack you. I agree. I think the storytelling in this game is really underrated. Fallout 76 definitely has its problems. I'll be the first to admit it's not a perfect game. And I'm not sure, honestly, that Wastelanders fixed quite as much about it as a lot of critics suggested. While having NPCs makes it feel a little bit more like Fallout, in some ways they definitely feel tacked on. You can, or at least I get the impression as I play, it's like, yeah, these were not part of the original design, clearly. And while they've stuck them on there for the most part in a way that makes sense, there are definitely places where it doesn't quite work as well. But let's see here. Here's the new Appalachian Central Train Yard. We are going to go up along Highway 63 here on our way to the Pumpkin House. Hey, there's a person.
We can
It's a
talk
hinterlander.
later. Need to handle these wolves before things get ugly.
Ooh, handle wolves, eh? I'm great at handling wolves. So a lot of these areas, I actually haven't played the game that much since...
Something's always lurking, waiting to attack. Don't
Hey!
just sleep. Grab this shit. Too bad.
Those are high-level wolves. I actually haven't seen a lot of these areas of the game because I haven't played a lot since the Wastelanders expansion update came out.
I know you. I've
Oh.
heard some amazing stories about you. Legend around here.
Oh, right. I'm a legend around here. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to explore a lot of these new areas with settlers in them, so this
Thanks
is kind
for
of
the
fun.
help. Those were some hungry wolves. You could see it in their eyes. If you hadn't showed up, we'd be in real trouble.
Looks like she has a little bit of a
What's that over
shaky
there?
grasp on that weapon, huh? Look at that. She's nervous about the wolves. She's also phased slightly through her own chest piece, but that's how it goes in the wasteland sometimes. Things get a little wild. Oops, going the wrong direction. Go north. Sick of potatoes. Me too.
Yo, how you doing?
Her arm wiggling while calling you a legend. No, I agree. Alright, there is the train station. Do I see something running over there? Oh, but is that a wolf guarding a Nuka-Cola machine? Oh, I think I see a quantum in there. You know we're going for that. Uh-oh, there are a lot of wolves. Since when do wolves hunt in a pack? Uh-oh, there's their ghoul friend. I'm a melee character in this game, which I never do in Fallout. But when the game launched, at least for me, the ranged weapons were all pretty janky. And out of desperation, I quickly switched over to this. Oh wow, what do we? Hey, there's the Nuka-Cola cap. Thank you for slapping that onto the stream. If anybody else wants to slap a sticker, you can just hover over the video window and add your own custom sticker straight onto the stream. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate the support. Okay. We're back on our way. We've drank a Nuka-Cola. Everything's going well. We've ridded the wasteland of a few wolves. Is that going to be a hostile robot? Who's to say? Yes, I'm going to say yes. Ah! Good thing this Halloween costume can take a barrage of bullets, huh? Ah, things are on fire and I'm getting electrocuted. No, I got knocked down. Oh, stim pack. Things gonna blow, I think. Maybe? So recently... recently a new update started leveling the enemies in the game, kind of like Elder Scrolls style. So once upon a time, you know, these enemies that probably would have been much lower level are a little closer to my level 118 character. And when I went to my menu and came back, the remains of that giant robot I just defeated are completely gone. Oh well, it would have been fun to loot it, but thank you, Fallout 76. All right. Sorry if I'm a little slow responding to some of the comments. I've got them up on a monitor off to the side here and keep sort of peeking over to see what's going on. But I do appreciate everyone joining me this morning. Been having fun so far. I've done one episode. Hey, it's a legendary Mr. Gutsy. I've done a few, or sorry, I've done one of these streams already with a walking tour of West Virginia. I've had fun with it. It's a blast getting to visit some of these familiar locations in their new fictional forms. Okay. Ooh. All right. Hey, one of my perks that brings me back to life after dying tragically took hold. I'm back, baby. I blew up and died for 1 second. Now I'm back. You can't stop me. You can't keep a vault hunter down. I guess I'm not a vault hunter. That's Borderlands. I'm a vault dweller, right? Yes, this is all very Fallout 76, right? Alright. Luckily, my character had her genes spliced with kangaroo DNA, and as a result has the marsupial mutation that allows her to jump great heights and distances. So it makes little roadblocks like that a little easier to deal with. Am I still on the right track? Yes, I am. I have to make sure I haven't wandered off the main road. If you spent much time in West Virginia, they really here have improved the quality of the roads quite a bit. this is a major upgrade from sorts of potholes and damage our actual roads have. So I appreciate Bethesda taking the time to do that. That's right. What more could you want than kangaroo powers in a Fallout game? Did something just attack me? Nope, I just took random damage. Again, Fallout 76 stuff. Over to the left here, you'll see a point of interest called the Top of the World. There's a radio station there. There's a character named Rose, who is a pretty big part of the main quest of the game. She's one of the quest givers that you encounter along the way. I think a lot of players disliked Rose. I found her to be a pretty charming part of the game. Your mileage may vary. So, let's see here. This is going to be some sort of raider camp, I bet. Yeah, it's a cutthroat camp.
How did I get to this point?
The Blood Eagle Bruisers. Fresh meat's on the menu. Uh-oh. I'll always take stim pack. Oh, hello. There's somebody in some power armor. Oh, man. Game has gotten significantly harder since the last time I played. Go over here and hide. Wow. Like, before, a melee build was fine in this game. I could just, like, charge into situations like that and wreck people no problem with my big axe. My big Grognak axe. But unfortunately now it seems they have buffed the enemies quite a bit. Maybe it's time to think about a respec. Alright. Good news is I got back at least a few of the stim packs that I used earlier. Oh, still someone here. There you go. When I said earlier that I found the some of the gunplay to be a little janky, that's not to suggest the melee fighting isn't just as janky. Oh, here we go. Is there anything more satisfying than a good lockpicking mini game? I believe this one's been more or less unchanged since Fallout 3, right? Okay. Let's see if we can proceed through here. You know I'm taking Bubblegum Bear. I should have showed it off while we were back at the... Oh, there's a bobblehead. I should have showed it off while we were back at my camp, but I do have a display case of teddy bears that I've scavenged from around the wasteland, so that's always important. Oh, hey, take care, Darth Helmet. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good morning. Okay, so continuing on north, how are we looking? Oh, we're making our way there. We're going to be at the pumpkin house in no time, and then I'll talk a little bit about the real world pumpkin house and some of the strange ways that this pumpkin house differs. There's another player. Here's their camp. Oh, no, this is... Huh.
You hear that? It was the world saying hello.
Oh, so this is someone's camp. It's a player camp with a nice frig off sign on the wall. This is a nice looking log camp with a sleazy heart bed. See, this is one of the best things about Fallout 76 is getting to see other people's camps. This person's managed to build theirs right into the road with a whole bunch of water purifiers and a companion that hangs out there.
Collect and store. Someone told
He has a
me
Collectron robot that's going around gathering resources for him. I built my house on a golf course, mostly because the White Springs golf course already has a bunch of sentry bots that patrol it, which means I basically get free security. Whoop. It's axe versus axe. Me and a Scorch Zealot. Even though he's carrying a big axe, the only loot he had seemed to be brass knuckles. And petrified victims of the bombs. Here we go. Uh-oh, what's happening? Okay. More Blood Eagles. Oh, check out that guy's cool outfit, though. I want one of those helmets. Yeah, I've never been here before. Oop, grenade. I did come charging right in here, as is my wont to do. Let's see here. I hate killing the dogs in the game. Funny, I feel less bad about wolves, but the dogs really do upset me.
It hurts so bad.
Ooh, she said that hurts so bad after I hit her. I mean, I believe it. She just took a giant axe to the chest, but... Ooh, I like that guy's backer cap. Got kind of a Village People vibe going on. Okay. We're on our way, once again, toward the Pumpkin House. Kenova, West Virginia's most famous landmark. I'm hoping we'll get there while it's still dark, because it'll be a much prettier sight during the evening hours. What time is it in the game? Who even can tell? 3:18 a.m. We might make it before dawn. We'll just continue sprinting. I could fast travel there, of course, but what's the fun of streaming me fast traveling around Fallout 76, right? The whole point is this is a walking tour, so we might as well walk. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Hope you're having a good morning. I'm going to send out another quick notification on Twitter that I'm live. This is a weird time of day for me to stream, so might as well let people know that it's happening. There we go. Streaming and tweeting at the same time. Not very good either one. Not sure why I'm dividing my time. There's another raider camp. How are we looking? Alright. Wow. Oh, the Gatling laser spotted me from that far away, huh? I'm running. One of the problems once you reach these higher levels, the loot generally just isn't worth it in a lot of these fights anymore, unless you see a legendary creature which drop legendary gear. Oop. This is like a smaller camp. We can deal with it. I like how that guy's just shells shit. That seems to be what his character's all about. If you're watching along, thanks for joining me. We are on a walking tour of West Virginia in Fallout 76 this morning. Specifically, we are on our way to the Pumpkin House in celebration of Halloween. It's a real-life West Virginia landmark recreated here in Fallout 76. Once we get there, I'll talk a little bit more about the real-life Pumpkin House. I will even throw a photo up on the screen. We can compare the real deal to Bethesda's version of it and see how they did recreating it. Am I still on the right track? Yes. We'll take a shortcut. Uh-oh, another raider who does not like me. Oh, he's just in a little post, huh? Look at that. It's still weird to me. Like I said, I haven't played Fallout 76 much since the Wastelanders update that added all of the human NPCs. And it's still weird for me to see them around the Wasteland. I was so used to only playing with other players who I hardly ever saw because nobody was playing Fallout 76. And then the various ghouls and robot enemies and, you know, local wildlife that I would have to fight along my way. It's still strange hearing humans call out and threaten. I guess the fireflies aren't aggressive. Sorry, firefly. They didn't mean to just go all aggro on you. Okay. Sprinting our way. With the game really slowing down there for a second, I was sure that was a crash. Sprinting our way toward the pumpkin house. Hope everyone's having a good morning. I ended up with a little bit of surprise free time this morning and decided to log on and play. Of Hopewell Cave coming up. Sons of Dane Compound, which is a fun little sort of tavern area in the game. But we have a pumpkin house to visit. Now will not be stopped. All about the pumpkin house. Pumpkin house is a fun attraction. If you're ever in the sort of western part of West Virginia during the autumn season, definitely an attraction worth seeing. The fun little Americana style roadside attraction. Possums! Friendly marsupials of Appalachia. Guess they weren't aggressive again. I think they may be... I shouldn't have just gone after random animals that weren't going to attack me. I feel bad about that now. I thought they were going to, like, be irradiated possums that were going to come after me. Like this mole rat that just burrowed out of the ground and died of natural causes, I think. Fallout 76. We are almost there. Hey, Sheldorn. Those seem weaker than their real-life counterparts. Ooh, there is a scary creature that I don't know if I want to engage. Maybe I will, though, just for funsies. This will probably go badly. Be prepared. So it's a scorch beast, basically a giant monster bat, irradiated. They're sort of the bosses of the game. Ooh, there's a level 100 monster. This is all a bad idea. I feel like my gear is not sufficient to this task, but let's charge it. Oh no. So again, I'm a melee build, which isn't ideal for fighting a flying creature. I'm going to try to hack at him while he's on the ground here. Then he will take off eventually. And, oh man, I'm getting irradiated. I'm not wearing my power armor. This is all a horrible idea. I'm going to flee. Happy Halloween! Say the signs. Ooh, spooky. It's the graveyard. I've contracted parasites. Oh no. What have I done? Okay, it landed over here again. Ooh. I don't know if I want any part of this anymore. I regret my decisions. I forgot I wasn't wearing my power armor, which protects me from radiation and makes those fights much easier. Okay, I'm going to have to get somewhere safe and take some rat away. Or maybe just somewhere, anywhere, before this thing kills me. Pick up this annihilator. Okay, now let's see if we can run far enough away. Where are we now? I'm just gonna run north and hope I can get away from this Scorch Beast. Again, I should have known how this was going to turn out. I don't know why I decided to engage the Scorch Beast, but here we are. Take a run through a pumpkin patch. Very seasonal. Suffering food loss from parasites. Wow. This went south quickly. This is what I get for deviating from my plan of just casually walking up to the pumpkin house. Thing's still following me. You gotta be kidding. Yes. Okay, we're gonna have to lose this guy somehow. We're not going to be able to peacefully tour the pumpkin house as long as we're being stalked by a Scorch Beast. Okay, scary music went away. Yeah, just hide for a minute. Will he go away? Just hide behind this tree. This is the sort of quality content you tune in for. Someone attacking a flying giant bat creature, quickly realizing their mistake, and then going to hide behind a tree until things cool down. As you can see, I kind of turn invisible when I hide. One of the pieces of armor I'm wearing has a chameleon buff to it, which helps me camouflage in when I need to. Okay, I think that Scorch Beast may be done with us. And let's see. I believe I see the pumpkin house off in the distance. Take care of these rabid wolves first. Here's the bat's targeting system that is almost useless in melee mode. Okay, wolf down. There's another one. Oh, it's so brutal. I really lost my taste in recent years for games that involve just killing regular, non-radiated, evil type animals. This thing's still flapping around up there. I think I really started to notice it in Red Dead Redemption with some of the scenes that involved like hunting and then skinning animals. Hey, here's a little playground area. Cool. Lots of fun environmental stuff like this in Fallout 76. Alright, so we managed to pass up the pumpkin house a little bit. We'll walk our way back to it and say hello. Here it is. To the pumpkin house. As you can see, we have this nice old house with row after row of carved pumpkins. See all of these pumpkins lined up here on shelves, all over the porch, all over basically every last part of the pumpkin house.
So many pumpkins to carve. So little time.
This is Jack-o'-lantern, the Pumpkin King. He runs the pumpkin house. We will talk to him in a moment, but maybe I will step out here. Let's get a selfie of our character. That's part of the fun of the walking tour of West Virginia. We're always sure to get a commemorative photograph of ourselves hanging out at the destination. So let's see here. We will get a good pose going. I feel like a skeleton giving the double deuces is never a bad idea. Then let's go to... Ooh, there's a tick running around the background of my shot. Don't love that. Do we want some sort of creepy photo filter? Okay, I've got aggro. Ah! Take that. Anyone else? Okay. Let's try taking that picture again. Nope, there's another one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Scorched Beast. Maybe this player will help me out. Maybe they're actually spec to kill one of these things. I hear lots of gunfire. That's probably a good sign. Made a powerful enemy when I upset the Scorched Beast. Legendary enemies mutated. Okay. There we go. Let's take her right away. Take another stim pack. This is getting more exciting than I expected. I didn't think there'd be a Scorched Beast at the Pumpkin House. What sort of actual distance weapon do I have? I'm honestly not even sure. It's been so long since my character has bothered. Okay, we will get right back to our tour of the Pumpkin House as soon as we take out this legendary creature. Did the other players stick around or did they leave? They might have left. Thanks a lot. Okay, roaming around in someone else's radiation. Huh. So is it gone? Is it leaving again? Or is it just circling back? Yeah, I feel like we may be safe. Let's get that photograph. Nope, here he comes back. Maybe? I don't know. Alright. Back to the important thing. Photo mode. Let's wheel around here. Let's get our pose going. There we go. I like the double deuces. Like our Halloween costume. Let's see. There's a special frame in the photo mode dedicated to the Pumpkin House. So maybe we'll get that in there. Play around a little bit with the field of view. And the... yeah, we'll get the house into focus. Then... I enjoy a good photo mode. I wish there were photo modes in every game. Dang it. I hit the wrong button. This photo's never gonna happen, you guys. Okay, quick version. Let's just get a good picture of the Pumpkin House itself. Forget a selfie. Who needs a selfie? Alright. Let's increase the distance on the field of, or depth of field. Let's put on the good frame. And then we will maybe go with... Let's go with Nuke. I like the look of that. There's a commemorative photo. So now that we've got that out of the way, and it was much more difficult than it should have been, let's talk a little bit about the actual pumpkin house. So let me switch views, and I will put a photo of that up on the screen if this wants to work for me. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. That is the actual pumpkin house in Kenova, West Virginia, located in the western part of the state. In the tiny town of Kenova, about 3,000 people live there. Every fall season, the owners of the pumpkin house, one of them being the former mayor of Kenova, and a team of volunteers carve 3,000 pumpkins. The population of Kenova is roughly 3,000. It's one pumpkin for every person in Kenova. They carve 3,000 pumpkins. They put them on display throughout the holiday season. People from all over the area travel, drive by their food trucks, go by on foot, get a little snack, look at the pumpkin house. It's really a sight to behold. When it's all lit up, it's pretty impressive. 3,000 jack-o'-lanterns really add up, it turns out. And it's a fun little thing here in West Virginia. A few sort of other things about it that are kind of neat. They always have a Hall of Presidents section where there are pumpkins carved in honor of all 45 American presidents. They have a section called the Cat Choir, which is a bunch of pumpkins with cats carved into them with weird cat music playing in the background, like where cats are meowing out the melodies of classical music. That's a fun part of the pumpkin house experience. What's really interesting to me about the pumpkin house, and we'll switch back over to the feed here, and we can see how closely this matches the real world. You can see again all the shelves and everything. The style of the house isn't quite there. The house is more like a Queen Anne architecture. This is missing some of the towers built into it. But something that I find really interesting about this is, if we zoom out on our map, which this is as far back as we can zoom, it is located way over here in the eastern part of the map, near landmarks like the Palace of the Winding Path. It's north of Harper's Ferry, way over here. In real life, the pumpkin house is nowhere near this. In actual West Virginia, the pumpkin house would be located about right here, on the opposite end of the state. They moved it to a completely different part of the state. I'm not entirely sure why. I think that I may know the answer to this, though. I think the reason they moved it is simply the fact that if you had the real-life pumpkin house in the game, it would be within walking distance of Camden Park. Essentially, if you want to put it on the map, it'd be right here. They are next, actually it'd be right here. They're next door neighbors. In real life, they're in walking distance of one another. I suspect that they felt like they had too many points of interest over in this part of the map and not enough points of interest over in this part of the map. So I suspect the designers decided, well, the pumpkin house is sort of a fun, kitschy thing that we could throw into Fallout 76. But if we put it over here, it'll be seen right on top of Camden Park, our amusement park area. Again, based on a real-life destination, Camden Park. It'll be too close to things like the Nuka-Cola bottling factory, too close to Charleston, all this other sort of stuff. There's a lot of early game content here. So by moving it over here to a part of the state that has a lot of sort of natural landmarks like Seneca Rocks and other sorts of hiking and skiing destinations and things like that, I suspect they moved the pumpkin house over here just to have a little bit more flavor on the other side of the state. So it's an interesting play with West Virginia's geography to take the real-life pumpkin house, which again, we can see here in this photo, taking the real-life pumpkin house, which would be somewhere right around here, alongside the Ohio River, which is what's running up and down there, right over here, and moving it way over to the other side of the state, right up here. But to me, that's kind of an interesting twist. When I was first exploring the game, I didn't know the pumpkin house was in it. And I was working over to this part of the state and saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks exactly like the Kenova pumpkin house. I'd been a few times at that point already. And realized, like, okay, it's definitely supposed to be that. There's no question. But they've just chosen to move it to a very new location. So that's something that probably you'd have to be a little bit more familiar with West Virginia to know that this is just in the completely wrong place.
You there? Yes, I remember you. Back for more seeds, are you? So many pumpkins to carve in so little time.
Why are you still maintaining this place, Jack-o'-lantern?
Because my programming demands it. Priority 0. Gather pumpkins and prepare for the festival. See, the mandate couldn't be clearer.
He's right. You're positively chipper.
Yes, indeed. It's good to have a purpose. Even if, admittedly, the festival turnout looks like it will be a tad low.
I really love that we have a Mr. Gutsy / Mr. Handy here, who's been painted orange to take care of the pumpkin house. He has a little witch's hat on. Fantastic.
Kindly fetch me some pumpkins to carve, will you? You will be adequately compensated, I assure you.
Alright, let's do Jack's quest, and then we will call it a day. Where's Jack's quest? There we go. So we'll mark that on our task list, which will give us a quest marker, I believe, to chase. Yeah, it's going to be right over here in that pumpkin patch we ran through while we were being chased by a Scorch Beast earlier. Hey, and there's the Scorch Beast still flying around.
Scorched or the ferals don't get you. That's well.
Scorch Scavenger, who's talking to me? This guy just fist pumping? I like it.
I need some more of that Nuka shine. Last time, oh, it hit me harder than a train.
Nuka Shine is a
Fix that.
Nuka Shine is a moonshine Nuka-Cola combo that you can craft in the game. When you drink it, you black out and wake up in some completely different part of the map. It's sort of a funny gag. And we're being chased by the Scorch Beast and Scorch Beast's minions again. So we are going to quickly gather some pumpkins. Plastic pumpkins don't count. Where are the pumpkins? What mistake have I made? What fresh hell is this? Pumpkins, pumpkins, where's the pumpkin patch? Oh, they're the porta potties for the fall festival. Ah, pumpkins. Run through here, grab, 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 got the pumpkins. Take out the Scorched Annihilator. Take out all the Scorched, oh no. Things are bad. Suboptimal. It's been so long since I played Fallout. Seriously, I've forgotten how combat and things work. I do know that being shot point blank with a sawed-off shotgun while not wearing armor is less than ideal. Ooh, score rank. That's something they've added since last time I played. I don't know what it means, but I got more of it. Okay. Still aggroed on me, probably. I hope Jack's happy. Where is he?
Days like these, I wonder what I'm even having 4. You there? Wait, I know you. Welcome back.
Here are your pumpkins.
As usual, many thanks for your service. As promised, here are your seeds.
All right, so we have seeds that we can now go back and plant as pumpkins back at our camp. I'm going to get one more souvenir photo, this time a proper selfie. And then I think that'll be it for our trip to the pumpkin house. There we go. I gotta scroll past that 3 times. Okay, that puts the pumpkin house in focus. I like the look of the day tripper. Gives it a nice washed out vibe. All right, 1, 2, 3. Jeez. All right, so I think we've got what we need. Let's take one more look at the real life pumpkin house, because why not? There we go. We can get a sense again just how much work Bethesda put into making Fallout 76 reflect real life landmarks in West Virginia. They really went above and beyond in that regard. Again, as someone who lives in West Virginia, this is part of what I loved about Fallout 76. It was a nice surprise to see our state, which is seldom featured in popular culture, almost never featured in video games. When it is featured in pop culture, it's not always with the most flattering portrayal. The people at Bethesda, I feel like, really tried to do well by Fallout 76, and I appreciate that level of effort. And we can really see it here in the pumpkin house. If you're ever in West Virginia, I'm going to take more photos of this with a bunch of different filters. If you're ever in West Virginia, drop by Kenova. If you're there during the fall season, it's a landmark worth visiting. For now, though, that's about all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this sort of weirdly, randomly scheduled morning stream. I wanted to do this before Halloween. So yeah, thanks for dropping by. Have a great day, and hope to see you around soon. If you enjoy this sort of stuff, follow, subscribe. I always appreciate the support. Take care.